With the level of concern for online privacy escalating in today's digital era, Google Plus may have an uphill battle ahead to gain support, following the failure of their last social networking site, Buzz. Google will shut down the site in coming weeks, after a positive initial response in February last year was followed by a lengthy controversy over the system's automated networking upon signing up. This has meant that Google Plus has been met with widespread cynicism over its privacy policies, so much so that it may threaten Google's pledge to unseat Facebook as top dog. With Google Plus still in its infancy, the question now is how much information are we willing to share with Google? Alexander Syrie is a PhD candidate in social psychology at the University of Queensland, with his previous research being the study of privacy protection in social networks.
In terms of like a traditional idea of privacy, privacy is this concept of having control over what it is that other people can know about us, so control over information. And that can be something that we have a lot of control over because I can choose whether to disclose information to you or to someone else, and I generally have a sense of who you're sharing that with. But online, it's a lot more difficult. It can be the case that if I give information out, I can't easily get that information back. I also can't necessarily see who's sharing the information with other people, and that my information, when it goes away from me, I lose control over that information. So if the idea of privacy is having control of that information, necessarily in an online context, I have less privacy because I have less control.
And with 800 million users worldwide on Facebook, it would seem that Google Plus has a long way to go.
The two biggest issues that have been identified in terms of privacy research and what leads people to protect their privacy by not giving information out or give more information out, so not protect their privacy quite so closely, is to do with the concept of risk and the concept of trust. And so I'm not very likely to give out information if I think that there's a risk that that information may fall into the hands of someone that I don't know, or someone that I don't want to see it. So something that Google Plus must do in order for that idea of risk to be lowered in people's minds is to make it very clear to their users that giving their information out is not going to be highly risky. So try to make it clear who the information is going to be shared with. The other thing is about trust. And so this is both in the trust that users have with other people, not to spread that information further, but also trust in a network. And so a network like Google, who has in the past had not such a great record with people's information in terms of Google Buzz, I think that's something that will be quite difficult to establish.
Mr. Syrie cites part of Facebook's success to the enormous amount of trust that users have in the site.
In the fact that people are so willing generally to share so much information with each other using Facebook indicates that there's trust there. But I think that the broader issue is that people don't think so much about Facebook as being a target of whether to be trusted or not. They think more about their friends. They think about the audience that they're broadcasting information to.
And with 800 million users worldwide on Facebook, it would seem that Google Plus has a long way to go before it can fully gain the public's trust.